My beloved, my chosen one, my child of light. Do you feel the trembling in your heart right now? It is not fear. It is heaven knocking. Archangel Michael says, end quote, you will cry for the rest of your life if you skip, because this is not just another passing message. This is the voice you've been ignoring, the same one God kept sending in dreams, in whispers, in signs that you thought were coincidences. And now the line is thin. God is very serious because you keep ignoring him. Michael has been trying to reach you again and again. He says, and quote, I am tired of trying to contact you. I have bent time itself to pull you here. Do not waste this. Listen, this is not a story, not an idea. This is your moment. Your life can turn into light or into endless regret depending on the choice you make in these next breaths. You have 10 seconds to make a decision. That is how short this window is. 10 seconds of courage or 10 seconds of skipping and everything changes. If you skip, the door closes. Michael says, and quote, I will never talk to you again if you treat this as another distraction. Heaven has given me orders. You either listen now or silence will be your only reply forever. But if you stay, if you open your heart fully, you will witness a miracle that was delayed for years just for you. You will see how every unanswered prayer was not rejection but preparation. And before I go deeper, I must whisper this gently. Don't just pass by. Stay connected. If you feel God touching your heart in these words, subscribe now. Not for me, not for the world, but because you need to stay tied to heaven's channel where miracles flow every day. 1. Click is your way of saying, and quote, God, I am ready. And quote, my child. Michael leans close and says, and quote, you have begged for signs. You have cried in the night thinking nobody hears you, but heaven always hears. And today, God is no longer waiting for you to stumble. He is standing in front of you. This is your warning. This is your rescue. This is your miracle moment. If you dare to stay, the words ahead will open secrets that were hidden even from your own prayers. But if you skip, you will never know them. And that will be your greatest heartbreak. So what will you choose? Why? Child, my beloved, do you realize that heaven itself has bent down just to keep you reading this moment? Archangel Michael says, and quote, you are not here by accident. You are being pulled into the center of a divine storm of miracles, and your name is written at its heart. For so long you thought you were ignored. For so long you believed your prayers vanished into silence. But God whispers, and quote, no prayer of yours was wasted. Not a single tear went unseen. Not a single sigh went unheard. The reason you felt abandoned was never because heaven left you. It was because God was storing your miracle for the precise hour when it would transform everything in your life, and that hour is this one. Michael says, and quote, don't you understand? This is why I have been chasing you through signs, through messages, through dreams. But every time you skipped, you delayed the opening of your miracle. You only have these breaths, this thin moment to choose if you will finally stay or if you will turn away once again. If you skip now, you will not just lose words. You will lose the one key that unlocks the destiny you prayed for. Michael is clear. I will not be able to keep speaking if you harden your heart today. My assignment will end and silence will fall. But beloved, if you stay, if you let your soul lean into these words as if they were water in a desert, then heaven will open wide for you tonight. The angels will rearrange paths, hearts, and even laws of the earth to deliver what is already yours. God says, and quote, "Do not measure my promise by what your eyes see. Measure it by my power which cannot fail." My child, do not think this is ordinary. Do not think you can casually pass it by and return later. There is no later. This is the only opening. Michael is pleading. Take this seriously. 10 seconds of faith is all you need. But if you waste it, your heart will ache forever knowing you were this close and you skipped. Stay with me because the next words are not just words. They are the exact answers you have been begging heaven for. My beloved child, do you feel that pull in your spirit? It is not random. It is the Spirit of God tugging your heart closer. Archangel Michael says, and quote, "I have been circling you, calling your name in the wind, whispering in your sleep, but today is the final attempt. I cannot hold this message back anymore." For years, you wondered why things were delayed. For years you asked, why me? Why does everything I touch feel so heavy, so slow, so blocked? And heaven answers today because the timing was not yet aligned. But now the timing is divine. Now the door is open. Michael says, and quote, "I am not asking for your belief in me. I am asking for your surrender to God's voice. Because if you skip this now, you are not rejecting me. You are rejecting heaven's order. Beloved, I must warn you gently. If you skip this, there will be silence. Not anger, not punishment, but silence. The silence of unanswered prayers. The silence of angels with folded wings. The silence of heaven, saying, and quote, "My child chose to walk away," and quote, "But if you stay, if you lean deeper into these words instead of running from them, you will see what happens when heaven pours out miracles without delay. You will see doors open that no enemy, no person, no system can close. God is saying, right now, this is not about religion. This is not about ritual. This is about your destiny. I will not let you wander anymore. I am grabbing your hand through this very message. Michael is begging you. Don't test heaven. Don't gamble with your calling. Don't throw away what God Himself has aligned for you. 10 seconds. That is all. 10 seconds to choose if you will believe or if you will scroll away and bury the miracle under doubt. Stay with me. Stay with these words because I promise you what comes next is not only your answer. It is the very thing your enemies never wanted you to know. My beloved child. Do you see how the air feels heavier right now? That is not fear. That is presence. That is heaven pressing in, waiting for your yes. Archangel Michael says, and quote, the reason you feel this strange electricity in your body is because your soul recognizes what your mind cannot explain. And quote, you are standing in front of a spiritual door that only opens once. The silence of heaven saying, and quote, my child chose to walk away. And quote, but if you stay, if you lean deeper into these words instead of running,